Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be driving this Fiat 500 1.2S. We're going to dive into the history and the heritage of the 500 and at the same time explore the pros and cons if you buy one of these little Fiat 500s. The Fiat 500 has been an automotive icon for decades, and the later model of the Fiat 500s are a true testament to the enduring legacy that Fiat has put down by creating this vehicle. The later model Fiat 500S is an Italian, beautifully perfected, compact car that is the essence of the Fiat 500 from the 1950s, whilst offering a modern twist, performance and updated look. In 1957, when the story began for the Fiat 500, it captured hearts of millions of people with its admirable design, practicality and then quality. That's something that can be a questioning point in today's world and the way that cars are made. People always question the quality of the Fiat 500. The reality of the situation is, it does feel a little bit rickety, it does feel a little bit plasticky, a little bit tinny, but it does keep that same charm that Fiat set out with this 500 in 1957. When Fiat reintroduced this model in 2007, it gathered a significant following, and to be honest, it's not hard to see why. With this compact size, nimble handling and distinct retro styling, the Fiat 500 does stand out from the crowd. It's perfect for zipping through city streets and manoeuvring into tight parking spaces, especially if you're in and around town or, like I say, busy in the city. All of them reasons are why the Fiat 500 is so popular, why the demand is so high. Alongside that, low insurance groups, cheap to run, not a lot to fuel. That is exactly what this little car is all about. Like any car, the Fiat 500 doesn't come without its cons. So let's take a look at what some of the cons are. Firstly, it's perfect for city driving, but when you get on a dual carriageway, you get on the motorway, it does feel underpowered. And the 1.2 litre engine, although it is fuel efficient, doesn't feel like it can pull skin off a rice pudding. It does struggle, especially if you're trying to make an overtake, you're trying to pull out of a slip road. It does struggle when it comes down to that. Additionally, due to its compact size, the rear seats do struggle to get any passengers in, especially if they have got any height. It can feel really cramped. It is also the same up front. Someone like me who's short, it doesn't make a huge difference, if I'm being honest. But if you're tall or you've got older kids, teenagers that may be a bit taller, it really does struggle with that practicality, and that is one big thing with this car where people decide that it just doesn't fit for purpose. Another thing that you really need to consider on top of its internal space for passengers is the boot space, or as some say, cargo space. If you've got a young family and you are running around like I am, that is just not gonna cut it most times. 9 times out of 10, it really is not enough space in the boot. You can just about go and do your big shop, I suppose, depending on how much that big shop is, but the boot space really is a big downside to this little car. Now, let's talk about spec, because this particular vehicle is a Fiat 500 1.2S, which is very similar to the Lounge, which means it gets air conditioning, it gets a panoramic roof, it gets alloy wheels, multifunction steering wheel, nice seats. It does exactly what Fiat and its 500 is meant to do. It looks cool, it's true to its heritage, But the entry-level model that comes with the Fiat 500 is a pop, and the Fiat 500 pop, I would not buy one for the life of me. A couple of reasons why I would not do that. The first one is the spec is absolutely rubbish. Secondly, it's a massive fleet car. By saying fleet car, what I mean by that is that it's used by rental companies and fleets all over the world, and they buy them in bulk, which means there's thousands of them available, which drives the value down on it later on when you come to get rid of it, what we call residual value. So for me, stay away from a Fiat 500 pop and make sure that you get one with a nice bit of spec. Overall, the Fiat 500 is a great choice of car if you're looking for something that's stylish, compact, exudes character and gives you a sense of nostalgia alongside a cool driving experience. It's not for those who need space, want something that's really going to put some power down through the gears, but it is an absolutely cool little car for bobbing around town, using if you want to go into the city, or just generally going for a nice little drive at the weekend. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.